Hi, my name is Jesse Holmes, and in my instructional video, I will be showing you how to tie a Windsor knot in a tie. Now on a daily, if you work in an area or in a field which requires you to dress up a lot of co-workers, colleagues, CEOs wear a lot of ties with their business suits, dress shirts, etc. Now for those who don't know how to tie a Windsor knot in their tie, today I will be using a Alexander Julian Colors brand tie that I purchased a long time ago at a JCPenney's, I believe. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to pop our collar up. You would then take your ideal tie, which in my case is the Alexander Julian, and we're going to place it around where our collar is normally face down, but in this case it's faced up. Now, the secret to tying a Windsor knot in a tie is to make sure that it's aligned up properly so that you don't have to start the process over again. So, in my case, I like to make sure that the longer end is sufficiently longer than the shorter end. This way, when it comes time to tie the Windsor knot, it's evened out correctly. So normally I would say, depending on the brand of tie, I would try to make it at least halfway from the longer end. But since the holes which the shorter end will go in is a lot shorter on the tie, what I'm going to do is just bring it down slightly. So now we're at about 3/4 of the length on the shorter end. Now, the first step is that we're going to take the longer end and swing it over to the top part of the shorter end. And if you notice, there should be kind of like a octagon shape or hexagon or whatever the shape's normally described as, which should be right around the top button where both collars like intercept each other. So once we've identified that we have the cross over of the long length over the short end, we will then bring it under. As you can see, I'm bringing my tie, the longer end, under the shorter end, and we're going to cross as if it's circular, as if it's like a circular shape. Now, if you follow the directions correctly, you will see that the longer end has not only crossed over the shorter end, but it has crossed over top of the shorter end as well, which is halfway point towards your potential Windsor knot. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to tuck this long end over top of the holes where the tie combines, basically. And as you see, I'm bringing it through. Now we've pretty much created our Windsor knot. Now, the last thing, which is the most important thing, is that there's a hole that you would need to create in order so that your tie doesn't come apart, because normally what you would need to do is bring this hole, which is where the Windsor knot forms, out just a tiny bit. But if you bring it out too much, be careful, by the way, because if you bring it out too much, then you'll pretty much pull your Windsor knot apart and you'll have to start all over again. Now, once you see that the hole's been created, you see you can go down and then you can start from up. You take the long piece and you bring it within the hole. And then you would just slowly but surely tighten it up. Now that we have our Windsor knot together, the last step that you would need to do is tie your tie, or tighten it up to be more specific. And then the crevices of the shorter nth you will place inside here. Pull your collars down. And there you have it. You have officially tied your Windsor knot in your tie. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.